Hello, this is Earl Netwell, the Micro Business Specialist, and I have a couple of quick questions for you. Would you like to have more customers? Would you like to have a lot more customers? I bet you would. Would you like to get a leg up on your competition? Would you like to, once you have that leg up, keep that leg up? A distinct advantage over all the folks in your market who you're competing with? I bet you would. And today it's possible for you to do that, and I'm going to share with you the big change that's occurred recently that will make a difference to you if you take action. You take action now and do it well. The change is Google. You've heard of Google before? Well, being on the first page of Google is essential if you want to be findable by prospective new customers. Today, people look to the internet to find new businesses when they need them. New customers tend to be younger. They tend to be people who've just moved to town. They tend to be people who are dissatisfied with one of your competitors. These are people who are got an issue, and they're going not to the yellow pages, but to the internet to find people, and most of them go to Google to search for you. Now the big news is Google's realized that 30% of all the traffic they get is from people looking for businesses or other local contacts in their community. 30% of the searches on Google are local in nature. And as a result, over the last several years, they've been shifting their approach to providing results to people who are doing these searches. They know where people's computers are doing the search from. So if you're in Minneapolis and you're searching for an accountant, Google knows that you're in Minneapolis. If you're in San Diego, Google knows that you're in San Diego, and they're going to show you today in the new change the results of accountants that are local to the area from which the person doing the search. This is big news. This is a big change. In the past, if you searched in accountant, you would get the 72 million accountants in the world, and that didn't do you a lot of good, so you had to go to extra steps. You have to type in your local town after it. I would type in accountant Minneapolis, and I'd start seeing the Minneapolis results. Well, Google is always growing, always finessing, always refining their operation, and they've combined a number of their skills and talents to create what are now known as Google Places listings. And you have seen probably online, when you've done a local search for yourself, you've seen a map appear with a little arrows and dots in it that show local businesses. Well, this has been transformed as of November of 2010 and tends to show up on almost any local search that you would do. There's some exceptions, but generally, in most of the cases, when you do a search for a local type of business, it's going to show up in form of a map. And that map currently has 7 different places, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7 different companies that are highlighted. In some cases, there's only going to be A, B, and C. You know, they don't have a full 7. Depends on your particular local market, depends on the particular market niche. Now, if you're in business and serving a local market, you want to be on that list, because that list is now showing up on the first page of Google, and it's free. So how can you beat that for advertising? What Google's really trying to do is become the new Yellow Pages. We know that the old Yellow Pages is dead and done. It's a book stop. It's, you know, it's too heavy, it's too clumsy, people don't use it, they go online. And what Google wants to be is the place where people go when they do go online, and they have been, and they're going to hopefully continue to do it. And one of the key strategies they have is to provide people good results on that Google Places map. When they're looking for a particular business, they're going to highlight the top 7 businesses that they might choose from. Now they'll list the rest as well, but you want to be in that top 7. How do you do that? Google's already probably created a page for your business. So when you find that page, you want to go in and you want to claim that page. It's a simple matter. There's a top at the listing. It says, claim the page. Are you the owner? And if you haven't claimed the page already, it'll have a spot for you to claim it. And then what will happen is that you get a form to fill out, and you want to fill out that form as completely as possible. Now there's some tricks and trades on how to best do that that I won't get into right now, but the first step you need to understand is that you want to fill that form out as completely as possible and then verify it. They have a verification process. You need to verify it so that they know that it is you and not some other jerk that's trying to take over your page. So go in, find your Google Places listing, and then claim it and fill it out and verify it. That will give you a leg up on all the other folks out there that haven't taken the time to find their Google Places page yet and or aren't even aware that it exists. That's why I'm doing this video, is so that you're at least aware that it exists, and tell you your first basic step is to claim the page. Next thing is important is to fill it out as fully as possible. They ask for 10 pictures, they ask for videos. You want to put in 10 pictures if at all possible. Put in your company logo, put in your picture of yourself, put in a picture of your storefront or your business or some of your products or services, but put in pictures. People like pictures. Make them good sales pictures, something that shows you doing a good job or whatever it is that you're doing in such a way that it gives confidence in your business. They also ask for a video, and it's important to try to do that. Videos don't have to be sophisticated. They don't have to be fancy. It can be just your digital camera taking a 15-20 second clip. Hi, my name is, I'm the greatest plumber in town. Be sure to call me. I won't treat you wrong. That's all it needs to be. Now, it can be more sophisticated than that, but you want to at least get something in the video format, and you want to upload that to YouTube. Now, why YouTube? Well, Google owns YouTube, and Google loves videos, and that will definitely help you out in your listing in terms of keeping it on the top 7. Because, you know, you may have more than 7 competitors in town, and you want to be as close. You want to be in that top 7. You want to be on the list. Google wants you to fill out the form completely. Fill out the form completely. There are a couple other major things that are important that will, in the future, determine where you rank on that Google Places page. You ideally want to be the top of the list, because the A person is going to get more calls than the B person, than the C person, than the D person, because whether people admit it or not, there's a tendency to figure that A must be the best, top of the list. So you want to be there. You're going to get more contacts there. But the first thing, you got to be on the page. Second thing, you want to be on the top of the page. And to do that, first, claim it. Second, fill it out completely, and completely I mean completely. And then the third thing is you need to accumulate what are called citations. And what that basically is Google's going to go out and they're going to search the universe that they're able to do, and they're going to see if you're listed in the Chamber of Commerce directory and on Yellow Pages and on Bing and on Yahoo. They check their competitors too, and they want to see that you're on all these different services and indexes and directories, and the more of those that they find you in, the more confident they are that you're a real business and a real upstanding citizen or whatever in the community. I don't know that they have that valuation in it, but they do like to see you listed in as many places as possible, because that increases their confidence that you're a real business, and that when they present you to their customers, i.e. the search engine people who are doing the search for you, that you're legitimate. Next thing that they want to see is they want to see reviews. That's different people who have commented on anywhere on the web, on Yelp or on City Places or whatever, and have done a review of your particular business. The more of these reviews they find, the more higher you tend to be ranked. Now, the citations are more important than the reviews, but the reviews over time will become the dominant thing that will help rank you higher and higher, because the people who get lots and lots of positive reviews are perhaps a better thing for Google to provide to their viewers. And even if Google didn't use that, if they see that your company's got 32 reviews and they see the next competitor's got 7, the odds are they're going to take a peek at your 32 reviews, and assuming that at least the majority of them are positive, that's going to give you a leg up over the lesser known person who's only got 5 or 6 or 7 reviews. So while reviews are not as important as citations, which are underneath filling out your form in detail, the ability to get reviews in the long run is something that's really going to be important to you. Now, my name again is Earl Netwell. I'm the micro business specialist, and what I do is work with small businesses throughout the United States, but in particular in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area, where my son and I have formed a company, Minneapolis Internet Marketing Consultant.com, and what we do is we work with individual businesses and help them get this Google pages set up right the first time. We help them get citations. We teach them and work with them to devise a system that needs to be unique for most every business is a little bit different. So we need to work with you and help you design a system to systematically get reviews over time. I would like to work with you. I can work a long distance over the internet, by phone, and by email. But particularly if you're in the Twin Cities metro, my son and I would like to visit with you in person, talk about your business, and see if we can't get you to the top of the search engines so that your business is more findable from your prospective new customers, so that your cash register rings more often, and hopefully over time with a larger paycheck. What we do beyond this initial stage is we talk about, and we will teach you how to do mobile advertising. And that's one thing that is the future is going to dramatically change as people stop using their laptops, stop using their desktop, and primarily use their cell phone to do these searches. One thing about the Google Places page is that it is mobile ready. That means that someone's going to be able to look up your information on their cell phone and not have to scroll way off to the right to find to see the whole page. This is important. It's increasingly important. It's still in the beginning. Not everybody's got smartphones, but in 2 or 3 years everyone will. And the entire internet is going to be mobile ready and need to be visible on a cell phone. Your business needs to be there. I can help you. My son can help you, and we can do that today. We can get you set up so that you start taking immediate advantage of Google Places to get on the top of the list right now, to start getting some more new customers, and to work with you in the future to develop the transition into the new mobile world that is about to be with us. This is Earl Netwell, the Micro Business Specialist, speaking to you today on behalf of www.Minneapolis Internet Marketing Consultant, no S at the end of that, .com. I hope to visit with you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.